You watch 100 Mile Drive, and in this video I want to talk about the 3 things I really like about this 2026 Lexus NX450h Plus and 3 things I wish it did better. And the first thing I really like about this NX450h Plus here for 2026 is the exterior styling. Guys, I'm gonna miss this Lexus NX450h, or basically NX in general, because I know when in 2028 we will see a new generation of NX, it's not gonna look like this. And I think here Lexus designers did a really good job, and I know a lot of people buying this vehicle just by how it looks. It looks like a toy to me, and like I said, it looks very nice literally from all the angles, even on these base 18-inch wheels. Even if you get this premium trim, it still looks fantastic, including from the rear, right? So I'm not a fan of what's going on with the new ES, with the new RZ, the electric one, because they all kind of looking different and they don't have this heart and soul in them how this car does, right? This NX looks beautiful. And the second thing I like about these NX is the interior styling. I mean, look at this cabin. It's a beautiful premium looking cabin, and I'm sure folks who are test driving this vehicle will quickly fall in love with it, especially the fact that it has a different type of interior colors like the Palomino, burgundy color. I think they all look great in this. Even this kind of like a blue color looks also really nice, and these are new Lux seats. It's a fake leather. They look absolutely fantastic. Honestly, it looks like a premium leather seats, and they are also pretty comfortable as well. And everything is fairly good quality. I know some criticism on these upper trims for hard plastic materials instead of like some kind of soft touch plastic materials, but overall everything is very well molded. Definitely a better quality than, you know, your Toyota RAV4 vehicle, right? This is what you pay for in Lexus. Coming on the inside, there's leather wrap steering wheel, and overall a lot of soft touch materials, right? Soft touch, soft touch. There's a little hard plastic, but this is expected in this area. And look at this layout overall. Now, a little old digital instrument cluster, which we are waiting for the update, but this is, you get your standard big screen, and then your center console here, right? And this is, by the way, very well padded as well here, and it's pretty deep in there as well. So everything feels very nice. And overall, not a fan of this piano black, but somehow it just fits really well in the style. And look at this knob. You can still adjust your driving modes, which is not there in the RX trims, and I'm sure in future you're not gonna see this as well. And overall, again, very elegant cabin. You got your sunroof, the no panel roof right here, this premium trim, and this is what your rear seats look like. So overall, a pleasant cabin to spend time in, and this is a second thing I like about this Lexus NX. And the third thing I like about this Lexus NX 450h Plus is the fact that it's a perfect cruiser. It cruises really well, meaning it's a great car for your long trips. Let's say you want to spend some time driving long distance. It's a great car if you're commuting, but your commute includes a lot of like open highways or a lot of open big streets like the one I'm driving right now, with not much stop and go traffic. And this car has a fairly comfortable suspension. You can deal with these round flat tires, really comfortable seats, and overall a quiet cabin. And if you have your Mark Levinson audio system, then you will really enjoy this cabin because everything looked nice, and you're just in a great place, just having this comfortable driving experience, just cruising along. And now to the cons. The first thing I really don't like about this vehicle is its excessive rocking motions in its hybrid slash suspension system, right? Let me explain that. Basically, if you are driving in stop and go traffic, you will see a lot of forward and back kind of rocking motions quite a bit. Part of that, again, the way the chassis is tuned, and it allows for this a little bit more excessive motion. It's not natural, right? I have a Crown Signia which does it as well, but it feels more natural and you don't feel it in your body as much as far as the motion sickness. In this car, you do feel it. The other problem I found people reporting as well is how the handoff in braking happens, right? There's a handoff from regenerative braking to mechanical brakes, and it doesn't happen very smoothly here, creating this a little bit more kind of jerky transition, right, when you're braking. And when you're driving in stop and go traffic, for some time you start getting a little bit motion sickness in this vehicle. And I've seen this in NX350h, I see it in NX450h Plus. My only place left to check is the regular NX350, right, which doesn't have a hybrid system, and I hope it doesn't have that issue. And of course, the F Sport suspension. I'm really curious if Lexus addressed that with a more subtle kind of response in the F Sport adaptive suspension. The second thing I don't like about this NX450h or NX hybrid vehicles in general is the fact that it says it should be athletic, right? It has a shorter wheelbase, it has a fairly short travel suspension while it's still offering a comfort, but it doesn't do athletic part really well. Like, it doesn't handle well, right? And that's something I do see the new RAV4 hybrid is able to do. I do see the RX Lexus does it pretty well on this new TNGA platform, but somehow this NX doesn't do it well. It doesn't steer fast enough. The suspension doesn't respond really well as well. Like, it responds fairly okay to the bumps, but when you actually try to handle this vehicle, and I demonstrated this on the twisty roads, it doesn't take those corners really well. It doesn't inspire that confidence. It has a body roll, but then it doesn't stay planted through the corner. It kind of behaves in a fairly unpredictable way. Like, you don't know if it's gonna oversteer or understeer as you go a little bit faster. And honestly, you don't have to drive fast enough to see this. It's pretty much enough to take some corners and you'll quickly realize that this car doesn't offer that confidence. It doesn't feel like it's a sporty vehicle. It has some traits, but it doesn't deliver on it 100%. And number three, I don't think this NX450h for $60,000 offers a premium comfortable experience, right? The premium comfort is not there. Let me explain why. While I did mention as one of the strengths that this is a perfect cruiser, right? Where you can just cruise in this vehicle and it has great seats, fairly comfortable suspension, but everything else as far as the premium comfort, it doesn't do it well. Starting from tires, this has a run flat tires, which do have, you know, more noise than they should, especially for a car like this with a quiet cabin. They should definitely put regular tires, and I know a lot of owners do that because not only it gives you a good 10% improvement in ride comfort, it also removes any kind of a noise that comes from the tires. The other thing is the suspension. Now, this fixed suspension doesn't offer that premium comfort that you expect from this car at $60,000. And this is why I say you should look into this F Sport trim that offers adaptive suspension, right? Where you might get that more settled response in the corners or when you drive it a little more athletically, because this car has a little horsey feel when you drive it a little fast. But at the same time, it should offer more gliding motion over the bumps to give you that premium feel, premium comfort that I expect from cars in this segment. And this car just doesn't offer that. So there you have it. This is why I say for $60,000, this car should have it all. And I think maybe in that mild refresh in 2027, they will offer that. So there you have it, guys. These are my three things that I like about this Lexus NX450h Plus, and three things I wish this car did better. Like I said, I'm hoping that for 2027 in this mild refresh, they fix a lot of these things, because I honestly really like how this car looks. I think it looks fantastic. And like I said, I don't like the new design language that Lexus is using, so I hope this car stays for a little longer. But then in 2028, they are saying there's gonna be a complete overhaul and we will see a new NX, and that's where things can go either way. Sometimes they fix certain things, but then they, you know, mess up the look. So we'll see. Let me know what you think, guys. You know, do you have an NX450h Plus? Do you have the F Sport trim? Leave me the comments. What are other issues you see in these vehicles? What are the things you really like? And if you agree or disagree with me. And if you want to watch my full dynamic drive review of this vehicle, you can watch it right here.